It is Game 50 of the 2024 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by the folks who know when to suit up, our dapper friends over at Zappos. It's round 4 between the Firefighters and Bananas. Bananas come in at 28-20 overall, 2-1 against their newest rival. And here's how the boys in yellow suit up defensively. Left to right in the outfield, it's Robert Anthony Cruz, D.R. Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. Third to first in the infield is Danny Hosley, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Eric Jones Jr. Bill Leroy is behind the plate, and on the bump is Noah Nisnik.
Well, tonight the Bananas sit 8 trick plays away from 350 as a team this season. There's a lot of appreciation that needs to go to their outfielders. Across 80 games in 2023, D.R. Meadows had 42 trick plays. Through 48 games this year, he has already bested his season high with 44 trick plays and counting this season. Rack had a tremendous backflip catch in Fenway Park last Saturday, but it's his rookie teammate Reese Alexiadis leading all of the first years with 17 trick plays on tour. And for Danny Hosley, had a trick play at third last Saturday and at the pitcher's position for the Bananas. We'll see what he's got tonight here in Nashville.
Let's zoom in on the Nanners leader in trick plays when it comes to pitchers. Noah Nisnik 4 for 4 in his attempts. The kid out of St. Louis, Missouri, stifled this Firefighters lineup a couple weekends ago. 4 innings, no earned runs, 3 Ks, and he's coming off a 1-2-3 frame to start the game in Fenway Park a week ago.
A lot of 4s for Noah Nisnik, 4 trick plays, 4 wins, 4 losses this season, but this is start number 15 for Nisnik. You touched on his Firefighters outing, very effective. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs were scored, but neither of them earned on Nisnik. Issued 1 sprint and generated 3 strikeouts and had an average MPI of 4 minutes and 19 seconds. And across his last 9 innings pitched, Nisnik with 7 strikeouts on the mound. He's beginning to see a spike in his strikeout rate as of late. And that 4.53 earned run average you see on the screen, it leads all qualified starting pitchers on the Bananas this season, and opponents batting .280 against the rookie left-hander.
His opponents today, the Firefighters, let's look at their starting lineup. Joe Lytle leads it off. Logan Lacey behind him. Dakota McFadden due up third. Parker Nolan, who led off the first 3 games, will clean it up. Then it's Daniel Brito, Stephen Cullen, Zach Watson, and at the bottom, South Trimble, Zachary Bridges, and Isaac Parra.
It's time, so right now, I need everybody, when I count to 3, to say start the clock as loud as you can. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Showtime. Leading off for the Firefighters, number 22, Joe Lytle.
The 2023 party animal, you take a look at his numbers across his first Banana Ball World Tour. He was stupendous. 3 for 12 with a double, which was the first ever Firefighters hit in his first Firefighters at bat. Healthy cut at the Nisnik heater.
And we saw in the Firefighters debut weekend, it was Parker Nolan generated all 3 starts at the leadoff position for the Firefighters. Now they turn to the lefty Joe Lytle, who had a .397 on base percentage last season for the Party Animals and batted .455 against Southpaws, but will not pick up the base knock to start this ball game. It goes over to Jackson Olsen at second base, who goes under the legs with the feed to Eric Jones Jr. and an early trick play for the grade 8 in this ball game.
He's up to 63 on the tour in 71 attempts. And now the world beater himself, Logan Lacey, the man who can do no wrong, steps in. And Bill Leroy sets up just a bit inside. Little spooky for the former Seminole. Lacey started his collegiate career at Tallahassee Community College, where his pitching coach Corey Pye got to actually coach him in pitching. He was a 2-way guy at TCC. And then the Tallahassee kid, born and raised, got to spend 3 years at Florida State. He has taken Banana Ball by storm. He is now 8 for 12 on the tour. And 5 of his 8 hits have been doubles.
The unreal start continues for the Firefighters third baseman, and even though you love the entertainment aspect of Villeroy setting up behind Logan Lacey. Obviously, the pitch call the ball. He just does not feel like a batter you want to start behind in the count against, and obviously it hurt Nizhnik there.
You could argue it's mind games. I don't think there are any mind games in the world that can discombobulate Logan Lacey.
I mean, in talking with them, especially in the party plaza after the Firefighters' first win, it felt like for Mr. Lacey, wasn't really going through any kind of a transition from baseball to banana ball. Just feels very comfortable with the game speed and the way in which he plays this game.
So traffic for Dakota McFadden, who's behind a ball and 2 strikes. There is the devastating. Boy, it looked like a changeup coming in. Second look, actually looks like he might have snuck a heater by him. Nizhnik, a 3-pitch guy. Fastball, circle change, and a curve. And able to strike out DMAC as he takes. Yeah, that's just a good old country hardball.
Well, DMAC with a pretty long swing was obviously trying to drive that one into a gap for some power. Came up empty against Nizhnik, and feels like maybe McFadden expecting the off speed, but nonetheless coming up empty as Niz misses outside to Parker Nolan batting cleanup tonight for the Firefighters.
And there is the circle change. Niz will throw a cutter from time to time, but primarily a 3-pitch guy. That's a great pickoff and an emphatic out call by Mark McNabney, the first base umpire. Niz steps off the rubber with the left foot, swings that thing over to first, and catches Lacey leaning. Another look.
Well, that lefty move can be very devastating. And unsurprisingly, Noah Nizhnik leading this year's World Tour with 3 pickoffs for the Bananas.
Here's how the Firefighters line it up defensively. From left to right in their outfield, it's Zach Watson, Parker Nolan, and Dakota McFadden. In the infield, third to first, you see Logan Lacey, Isaac Parra, South Trimble, and Stephen Cullen. Behind the plate is Zachary Bridges, and his battery mate on the bump is Austin Temple.
Well, we saw across 3 games last week, and the Firefighters came away with 11 trick plays. Isaac Parra on opening night had the first ever Firefighters trick play, fielding one between the legs. And Logan Lacey and Stephen Cullen, the corner infielders tonight for the Firefighters, each had a 2 trick play game in the series finale 2 weekends ago. They're going to try and up their totals tonight. And Parker Nolan, another guy to watch out in center field, has started to try perfecting a trick play by bouncing it off of his jersey to one of his teammates, likely tonight, Zach Watson or Dakota McFadden.
Let's zoom in on Austin Temple, number 6, the pride of Palm City, Florida, the 2018 and 2019 Collegiate Banana. And then he was in the Houston Astros organization in 22 and 2023. He has a wicked arsenal and was great in his first start.
He's dominated at every level he's played. When he was with Notre Dame in 2022, he led the ACC in opponents' batting average, had a 2.70 earned run average across his minor league career in the Houston Astros organization. And in that banana ball debut, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits given up, had 1 earned run, 1 ball 4 sprint, and 1 strikeout. Threw 43 pitches out on the mound and averaged 4 minutes and 4 seconds to get 3 outs. It was a solid first showing in banana ball. The keys tonight for Austin Temple: he has a great heater in the 90s. He's got to use it to get ahead in counts against the Bananas, especially because they were much more aggressive against the Firefighters than they've been against the Party Animals this season, trying to swing earlier in counts.
Nice front door bender, gets the top of the zone. A ball and a strike to D.R. Meadows, leading the tour with his .379 batting average. Same goes for his .439 OBP.
And he saw Austin Temple very well in his first banana ball start. DR 2 for 2 against the Firefighters right-hander.
Heater just misses a pinch, down and out. 3-1. Just misses again. Right around the bottom of the knees. Vincent Chapman chatting with Zachary Bridges. Zachary trying to plead his case that if I'm not getting either of those called for strikes, it's going to be a long night for the two of us.
Slightly late call from Vincent Chapman on the ball four sprint, but regardless, very impressive ball four sprint defense by the Firefighters, getting it to all 7 of their defenders and holding the speedy Meadows to just 1 base to start this bottom of the first for the Bananas.
DR represents the inning-winning run as Robert Anthony Cruz steps in and is ahead 1-0, the former Washington Nationals minor leaguer, squaring off against the former Houston Astros farmhand. That one's out of the stadium, not catchable by fans. Remember, in Banana Ball, every inning is worth a point. That's why Meadows at first base is the inning-winning run. If he scores, the first inning ends, and the Nanos will lead by 1. Pitcher's pitch there, gas on the outside corner. Temple, a 4-pitch mix, 4-seam fastball is 90 to 92. He can get it up to 95. Nice stop there by Bridges. DR deked towards second and then danced back to first. Also a curveball, sweeper, and a splitter for Temple. There goes Meadows. Pitch inside, tough one to throw on. He sails it into center field, and good backup there by Parker Nolan, as the Doctor will be content with 1 base on his 17th steal in 20 tries this year.
Beautiful pitch to run on for DR. That one yanked inside from Austin Temple, and regardless, even if he got that over the zone, DR with an incredible jump as Rack lines the 3-2 pitch into right field. Meadows will get the hold at third base from Tyler Gillum, but Robert Anthony Cruz collecting the first base hit for the Bananas tonight, and they've got a good rally going with Dan Oberst coming up to the dish.
Rack continues to swing a hot stick, batting average at .302 coming in, and now the mighty Dan Oberst trying to elevate a ball, fouls it away. His last at-bat was in the bottom of the 9th inning in Fenway Park. He fouled out to a fan. Rack will take second. With the Firefighters concerned with Meadows only at third, they'll give him the base. And good fight there by Oberst on the 0-2.
It was a smart decision by Cruz to go ahead, advance, and steal second base. Oberst hits the grounder. It then cannot be a double play and possibly get the Firefighters out of the inning. And despite falling behind in the count 0-2, Dan Oberst is able to lace this one up the middle and get the first point of the night for the Savannah Bananas here in the first inning of play.
A ball four sprint and then back-to-back base hits. Dan grabs his 17th walk-off of the year. The Nanners up 1 inning in. Now let's dig in a little bit more on the Firefighters. In 3 games so far against the Bananas, their offense has been prolific. 38 hits, 23 runs scored. So they're nearly averaging 8 runs per game. The only bugaboo is that strikeout percentage at 23.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this team averaging double-digit hits per night and scoring almost 8 runs per ball game. And what was also really impressive about their total hits, 29% of them went for extra bases. We saw 10 doubles and a home run for the Firefighters. And also a team that had 11 trick plays as well. But what is a little concerning for this team, there's a lot of swing and miss in their bat, struck out in 23% of their total plate appearances across the opening weekend. They're hoping to change that here in Nashville. And we also saw this team, when it came to trick plays, converting them 65% of the time successfully. But all in all, the Firefighters, I should say, were able to earn 9 points across the weekend, only lost 9 points as well, so finished exactly at 500 overall. A really solid showing for this newest team to Banana Ball.
They trail by 1 inning in. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6. Nolan, Brito, and Cullen due to swing it against Noah Nisnik here in the top half of the second inning. By the way, on the Party Animals YouTube page, you can see the Party Animals and Visitors doing battle. Top of the 6th inning, Animals lead 1-0, but an Indiana Stanley opposite field home run has the Visitors leading the frame by a run. Just out of the reach of Jake Skoll, who almost made one of the greatest plays in Banana Ball history on it. Bounced off his glove and over the 8-foot wall and right. visitors had back-to-back jacks in the third inning from Correll Prime and KJ Jackson. And Armando Becerra, the center fielder, on the first out the team ever recorded, ripped a behind-the-back trick play. I mean, these visitors, their mantra is 6-0. They have come to play banana ball.
They're definitely a hungry team. Only get 6 games. They've really got to prove themselves. And this is a developmental team, so they're obviously on a tryout basis trying to make any future teams here in banana ball. As the 2-1 pitch is grounded up the middle. Jackson Olsen tries to show off the range throw crossbody, but throw not enough mustard on it to beat the speedy Parker Nolan.
Yeah, instead it was Nolan showing off his tremendous speed. Jackie bobbled it, but the bobble actually ended up going right to the bare hand. And I think it was a quicker transfer than if he had to dig it out of his mitt. It was an athletic play by the great 8. He just didn't have a chance in the world to grab the former man from NC State. And Davidson before that. Nolan, as he leads off first base, he was actually a freshman. Eric Jones Jr.'s final campaign at Davidson, as Brito lines that one to Hosley. And that'll be out number 1.
Hosley didn't even have to move a step to field that slow liner off the bat of Brito, and he was a tick behind on the first fastball for Noah Nisnik. Wisely went back to the heater on the next pitch, and it's an out for Haas.
Another great pickoff there by Niz. Nolan back safely. As Stephen Cullen steps in. Cullen 3 for 12 in his young Firefighters career. That one low. Leroy able to keep it within an arm's length so Nolan can't advance. Parker, a perfect 23 for 23 in his stolen base tries across his 5-year collegiate career. And that'll be a strikeout of Cullen. Gnarly bender there from Niz Nasty, who picks up his second K on the night.
Is number 13, Zach Watson. And tonight, Zach is being escorted to the plate by our firefighter of the game. He's a captain who has served for 14 years in Flowood, Mississippi. Make a lot of noise for our firefighter of the game, Mr. Lance Easterling.
Cool moment right there as the left fielder steps in. 4 for 8 in his young banana ball career, and make it 4 for 9. Trick play from Jackson Olsen, his second of the ball game, and 2 scoreless frames under the belt of Noah Nisnik.
Another great start for Noah Nisnik on the mound, and another really nice play from Jackson Olsen. Little bit off balance, but still able to get that ball to Eric Jones Jr. in plenty of time before Zach Watson could reach. And it's an aggressive trick play considering just how fast Watson is for the Firefighters.
We head to the bottom of the second inning. Nanners once again just need 1 run to win the frame. They walked off the first inning on 3 batters. Austin Temple not able to record an out. And we welcome in the Firefighters shortstop, Isaac Parra, to the broadcast. Isaac, how you doing out there, buddy?
I'm good, guys. I'm good. Y'all can hear me?
We've got you loud and clear, my friend. Talk me through your first weekend of banana ball and now getting to travel outside of Savannah for the first time in Firefighters history.
Oh, man, it's a blessing for sure. I've been out of the game for about 7 years. I played college baseball in 2017. That was my last year. So coming out here and doing this all over again, but with extracurricular stuff, with all the banana stuff we got to do, it's definitely different. The baseball side is just baseball, but all the fan interactions and the trick plays, everything like that, it's something new, so I'm just adjusting to it right now.
Now, give yourself some credit, Isaac, across the 2017 and 2018 springs at Benedictine University out there in Mesa, Arizona. You hit .326 with a .415 on base percentage, and you picked up a couple gold gloves, so you were just a diamond in the rough waiting for Banana Ball to come to you.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, obviously everyone's dream is to make it to the next level, whatever it is. I actually know Gillum from college, so I reached out. I mean, I bugged the heck out of him before getting signed. We got one. I'll do a trick play. Let's see, D-Mac does a trick play here. It's all right. We get the out. So, yeah, I know Gillum from college, and I just bugged the heck out of him, and I, you know, pretty much did my own pitch and the reasons why I deserve to play in Banana Land. And he reached out to me, and we made it work. So for everyone out there, you know, if you want to do something, just bug the heck out of someone, and maybe it'll happen.
That is excellent advice, Isaac. And, of course, you've been a huge addition to this Firefighters squad already, batting .300 across the first week, and obviously dazzling with the glove. Tell me about how you've been developing your trick plays. A lot of people have expected you to be one of the trick play leaders on this Firefighters team here in 2024.
Yeah, so obviously, you know, looking at guys like Cox and Olsen and guys that have been here for so long already, I mean, who wouldn't I try to emulate some trick plays off of, you know? So those guys, I watch a lot of film on them, and just watching them on the games and stuff has really helped me for sure. Oh, we got a pass ball here. No, don't do it, Reese. He did it.
Wow, a two-base pass ball. Looks like it might have been a cross-up there.
Yeah, it was definitely a cross-up. But, you know, everyone's adjusting, you know. That's with communication and signs, you know. I mean, we're old enough to figure it out, but, you know, stuff happens.
No doubt about that. Now you have the infield in against the Tours leader in home runs, Eric Jones Jr.
I don't want this segment to be over. It's already been too quick.
Well, at least you've gotten a lot longer than Parker Nolan. Reese Alexiadis homered on the first pitch when he was there, and that's a Baltimore chop over your head as EJ picks up the walk-off. The Niners lead 2-0, 2 innings in. Isaac Parra, we just scratched the surface, my friend, but what we can say, you're a true mensch. You are terrific with the glove, a really talented ball player. We are thrilled to have you here, man.
I appreciate you guys, and thank you for the opportunity, all right? Thank you so much.
Our pleasure. We'll talk again soon, buddy.
Thank you.
We say goodbye to Isaac and hello to Alexiadis, who we spotlighted on the pregame show. That guy is scorching hot. He singles, grabs 2 bases on the pass ball, and comes in on EJ's 16th walk-off of the year. Now he's doing his best Zach Bryan banjo player impersonation.
Just doing everything right for this ball club. You saw the intelligent base running, moving up 2 bases on the passed ball. And now you see his ability to impress with the celebrations for this team as well. He has been a really fun addition to the locker room in 2024.
We'll get it down to Maceo Harrison with Crosby, the Invader, Ziggy, and Flash as they dance us to the third. Danners lead 2-0. Dalton Malden with his song blasting in his adopted hometown. Dalton, a Nashville native these days, he gets out there and gets to boogie with the boys.
It just feels right, and I'm sure that he probably had a couple words with Maceo as well. It was like, hey, make this dance extra nice tonight for the people.
Dalton originally out of Lake City, Florida, that spent his final 3 years collegiately at Trevecca Nazarene here in Music City. And of course, with his day job still being the unbelievably talented musician he is, we like to highlight the songbird of our generation whenever we can, especially when we're here in Nashville. Bottom 3 in the Firefighters order. Here in the first of the third, as that one just barely foul. South Trimble, the second baseman, leading it off. Zachary Bridges waiting in the wings with our man fresh off the mic, Isaac Parra, in the hole.
We saw Nisnik's 1-0 try and work inside on Trimble, missed just a little bit. Almost got burned going inside yet again. Now expands the zone, and behind the back, ranging in left center field, it's Robert Anthony Cruz, number 15, coming up with trick play number 15 on the season.
Behind the rack. What a snag. Robert Anthony Cruz, get another gander. On the run. Right around his derriere while he was spinning through the air. What a job there by the former Nats minor leaguer.
And it's just got to be such a tough feeling as a batter early in your banana ball career. Feel like you caught the barrel and watch it wind up in such a fascinating and incredible trick play.
Rack battling the shadows too. He came from the shadows into the sun. Can't say enough good things about that trick play out as Nisnik brings in Olson, Cox, and Meadows. Well, Jay-Z, it's a hard knock life. And a healthy swing by the former Charleston Dirty Bird, Zachary Bridges. Of the infamous Bridges family, Noah, his brother, a banana across the last 2 tours, joined Zachary here on the Firefighters. Unfortunately, hurt his leg just a week before the Firefighters debut and had to have surgery that looks like it will keep him out the entire time. Zachary Bridges, he found a barrel, that one off the wall, well struck, and he'll have himself a 2-bagger. Just a couple feet away from his first Firefighters home run.
Might have been just a tick early on that pitch from Noah Nisnik, which might have made the difference in that one staying in First Horizon Park. But an impressive smash off the bat of Zachary Bridges, who's now 2 for 3 early on in his career against Noah Nisnik.
And 4 for 10 on the tour. That's his first extra base hit. Isaac Parra, naturally a righty, has been fooling around with slap hitting from the left side of the box. Encouraged by his head coach, Val Perez, an incredible collegiate softball player. Of course, these days on the United States National Women's Baseball Team, where she is a stud at short. Ball and 2 strikes. Parra the donut hitter here. If he goes down on strikes, the full capacity crowd in First Horizon Park gets free donuts thanks to Duncan. And that will not happen. This one dunking in front of the doctor. Bridges will advance 90 feet. And now Parra, just like Bridges on third, has his 4th banana ball hit.
Parra serves as the second leadoff batter for the Firefighters, meaning he's not necessarily going up to the plate trying to swing for power, more so just get himself on base in whatever manner he can. Just shortened up the swing, sent that one into center field, and the Firefighters now threatening against Nisnik, who tries the pickoff move over to first, and Parra back in safely.
Isaac swiped 45 bags across his last 2 years of college ball. That one just barely misses. Dangerous 2-0 pitch coming to Joe Lytle. Shattered bat, And Olsen only has one play. It's at first. He'll bounce it to EJ for his third trick play of the ball game. But Lytle picks up the stake, the first of his Firefighters career. And the boys will all run out with a ladder. And they're going to do the ladder climb down the left field line. Zachary Bridges scores the run, so he gets to make the ascent. Well, did not produce a hit, but picking up an RBI, first Firefighters run of the game. I'd say that bat died happy.
And 4 games into this Firefighters 19-game season, we're already seeing some traditions that are starting for this team. Of course, climbing the ladder, celebrating the first run scored of the ball game, and feels like introducing a firefighter, a new one every single night, walking up to the dish to a batter. It's also going to be a new tradition as Logan Lacey sent this one over into the first base stands. And the fan up in the second deck was able to come away with the foul ball caught.
That might be the only way you can retire Logan Lacey these days. Singled his first time tonight. That made him 8 for 12 on the tour. But the Nashville faithful retire the hottest man in Banana Land. And the Firefighters will have to be content with the 1 run scored. We'll get it down to the young professor for a kiss-off after we get another look at the foul ball caught by a fan up there in the second deck.
How long have you guys been married?
18 years.
18 years this month. Let's see what you guys can do. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. That kiss can vote, folks. It's 18 years. And last up, what are your names, folks?
Steve.
Steve and?
Karen.
Steve, how long have you guys been married?
49.
49 years. Well, have at it. Let's see it. Oh, hey, whoa. This is a family show. They're still going, and we have to go. You guys vote for Braden and Jordan. How about Lewis and Dawn? Or what about Steve and Karen in 49 years? Give it up for your winners, 49 years.
Congratulations to those folks. Another look at the foul out to a fan.
Now batting coming from the stands near third base, catcher Bill Leroy, accompanied by Sony Music Nashville, recording artist Cameron Marlowe.
What a duo.
Tennessee, she don't mind if I lead her on. She holds me even though she knows in the morning I'll be gone. Tennessee, she don't know just how good she is. There's a mystery in the way she moves. She pulls me back again. So if I want to stay a while, if I get a little bit high all night, hell no whiskey underneath the ballroom light. She would always see me home like a star in the southern sky. If I'm lost, she'll take me into her arms tonight. Yeah, Tennessee don't mind. Keeps a cross on the chain around her neck. Like a badge as she takes the last drag from a cigarette. Yeah, she knows that I ain't ever gonna settle down. But in the midnight hour she tells herself, don't worry about it now. So if I wanna say a while, if I get a little bit high, hold the night, hand the whiskey, underneath the ballroom light. Well, she can always lead me home like a star in the southern sky. If I'm lost, she will take me to her arms tonight. Tennessee don't mind. So if you see her, tell her that I'm on my way. Just one more city, one more song I've gotta play. Oh, 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 oh. People say a while, if I get a little bit high, hold the night, hell the whiskey, underneath the ballroom light. She can always lead me home like a star in the southern sky. If I'm lost, she will take me to her arms tonight. Tennessee don't mind.
What a performance. Cameron Marlowe singing Tennessee Don't Mind off his second studio album, just released less than 2 weeks ago. Keeping the lights on. That is a magical voice Mr. Marlowe possesses.
I was just going to say, a man with a golden voice out there. And the beautiful thing about Banana Ball in Nashville is you never know when you're going to get a game and a concert at the same time. As this one's hit over to South Trimble at second base. Stephen Cullen moving off the first base bag gives way to Temple, was able to step on first and retire Jackson Olsen.
In the fishing net, nonetheless, covering the bag. And now the Firefighters, with Malachi on third and one out, are all going to join Cameron Marlowe.
Somebody better call 911, cause if somebody don't know if I can take much more.
This one, 911, kicks off the album. He's a busy guy. He's going to be in Santa Rosa, California tomorrow.
She's TNT in tight blue jeans, and I'm gonna wind up her. She's gonna make me buy a dime and bring her a pine box in the day. Body better call 911 to 5 alarm fire in here. She's about 5'4". You can't put her out with a nice cold beer. Looking like a heart attack, looking right back at me through the smoke. Good thought, somebody better call 911. Somebody don't know if I can take much more.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Sony Music Nashville's Cameron Marlowe.
Deep drive to right from Danny Hosley. McFadden back at the track. It's going to bang off the wall. Flash will score the inning tying run. Danny gallops to third. With an RBI triple, the inning is knotted at a run each. And just like that, he replaces Flash at third base, inning winning runs 90 feet from scoring.
That one off the end of the bat of Danny Hosley and just continued to carry, flirting with the right field wall. And Dakota McFadden, this is only his second career banana ball start in right field. Had a major misplay trying to track down that ball. Big carom off the wall and beneficial to Hosley and the Bananas, who now have a chance to score yet another point in this ballgame against the Firefighters as Ryan Cox skies this into left field, and Hosley at third will not test the arm of Zach Watson.
That was the right decision. Just about a perfect throw. Short hop to Zachary Bridges behind the dish. And a big second out for Austin Temple and the Firefighters. Zach Watson, 2 SEC Gold Gloves in the outfield when he was at LSU. This one, shallow right, out of the reach of a full extension diving South Trimble. It's a DR special. A flared knock to drive in Hosley, DR's 14th inning ender of the year. And check out this celebration. So this is one heck of a dance. Good work, Papa Scooch. Little do-si-do.
Just a couple of good old boys looking for a rootin' tootin' time in the Music City. I tell you what.
They found it. There we go. Oh, well, we tried our best. Bananas Pet Band blasting away in the stands here in the birthplace of country music, Nashville, Tennessee. 3 innings in the books. Ninners have won the lot of them. They lead the Firefighters 3-0.
It's a good game offensively for the Bananas so far, but for Austin Temple, really not helping himself out on the mound either. Allowed the ball four sprint to start the first inning to DR Meadows, then allowed the ball four sprint to start the third to Bill Leroy, and just consistently is finding himself tonight falling behind in counts to the Bananas. And in banana ball, it's truly a sport where you can't afford to do that. It puts the batter, I should say, in much more of an advantageous situation.
Stark difference from his first start, in which he went 3 innings, just 1 run, just 1 sprint. Two-base pass ball killed him in the second. Now you get another look at the Meadows walk-off bloop knock. Valiant effort by South Trimble, who shout out Jeremiah. What an emphatic shout out there from Gilly. Boy, Trimble looks like he slid in right field about 35 feet. Guy's got incredible speed. A couple extra coats of paint on his glove and might have had enough to grab that blooper. Heart of the order here for the Firefighters, 3, 4, and 5, as D-Mac will take a knee and watch Vincent Chapman shake his rump. Vincent, of course, dusted off the plate first, which is squeaky clean. The whole reason why he now has to celebrate with a jubilant dance.
Give the man credit where it's due. That was 86 miles an hour out of the hand, according to TrackMan.
That's elite. That's elite right there. D-Mac peppers that foul. McFadden struck out swinging his first time. This is Nisnik's 4th frame after he went 4 innings without giving up an earned run to the Firefighters a couple weeks ago. He has given up 1 here tonight, but his boys backed him. It's an excellent piece of hitting from the kid out of Rocky Point, North Carolina. That's where D-Mac is such a talented ball player, hitting the Power Showcase twice in college. Obviously has prolific pop, but he can shorten it up and will protect the zone really impressively.
Little early on the off speed from Niznik, but just keeps the bat there in the zone, throwing out those hands, making sure you can still get barrel on that ball. This one is skied into shallow right center field, and Dalton Malden, who is coming defensively for Jackson Olsen here in the fourth, comes up with the catch.
That's the third out Dalton has earned the Bananas in defense this year. First time it hasn't been on a trick play.
And it's a tough play to try and go for a trick play. You're backpedaling into the shallow outfield grass. So for Malden, instead, just wanted to make sure he could get Niznik the first out here in the inning, and then maybe try some trickery if he gets a roller his way.
I support the decision. Philadelphia Phillies former minor leaguer Daniel Brito steps in, made it all the way up to AAA. As he check swings, fouls it off, is behind 0-1, and points to Niznik. Says, I see what you did there. Niz dances in his retort. Scooge is just really living it up.
He is cutting up a rug.
That guy was born in the wrong country. I don't know if you're allowed to do that up in Canada. I'm just kidding. Canada's a wonderful place. But Scooge is right at home here in Athens of the South. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul tipped. We'll do it again.
Across these first 2 plate appearances for Daniel Brito, just appears as if he is not picking up Noah Niznik in the manner that he would like to. It's a lot of what are truly unconfident swings at the plate, but putting up a good fight against the lefty. He's got the count run full, and Niznik about to deliver a payoff.
Swing and a miss. Looks like he went with the cutter on 3-2. That had some serious bite to it, as Niznik picks up his 3rd punch out. That was nasty.
Beautiful pitch, beautiful setup from Bill Leroy, and Niznik just finding that spot with pinpoint accuracy.
Healthy hack. Stephen Cullen comes up empty. He was strikeout victim number 2 back in the 2nd inning. Cullen, a tremendously talented ball player. The Bananas pitchers have been able to dice him up a decent amount early on. He leads the Firefighters with 8 strikeouts now across 3 1/3 games.
Had a 58% strikeout percentage through opening weekend. It's jumped up just a little bit. Now Cullen with the 2-2 count. Probably just going to focus on maybe shortening up the swing a little bit, trying to put this one in play.
He was in the Pioneer League last year with the Idaho Falls Chuckers. 6 home runs across 48 games played. And he once again goes down via the K. Niznik fired up. Back-to-back punchies. And he strands McFadden on first.
Scattered 5 hits across 4 innings. No ball 4 sprints allowed and 4 strikeouts for a 5th inning of work tonight.
All the more impressive when you note that he's racked up 4 strikeouts along the way. That's a recipe to bump your MPI up. You want contact in play early and often if you're looking to be the Greek god of MPI, like Brett Helton is. We hey baby here in Nashville. Over 10,000 fans on hand, making up the 337th straight sold-out crowd in Banana Land. The 336th straight sold-out crowd, currently in Grayson Stadium. Watching the Party Animals battle against the Visitors. First game in Visitors history. The Animals lead 3-1 in the top of the 9th inning. That is currently live on the Party Animals YouTube page. 1 out, 1 man on as the Visitors try to rally and pick up a victory in their first ever game. And they're going to their golden batter. It's going to be Armando Becerra, the first golden batter in visitors' history after he grabs their first ever trick play.
The visitors chose to bat him at the top of their order against the Party Animals tonight. Shows that they've got a lot of confidence in his skills, and it's just a guy we saw when he was a collegiate Banana in 2022. Amazing bat-to-ball skills, and a guy who does not strike out very many times up at the dish.
It is Armando! His 2022 Bananas Coastal Plain League teammate, Nolan Daniel, taking over on the bump for the Firefighters. You take a look at what he did for the Nanners last year in his first ever Banana Ball World Tour.
He's the only pitcher to appear twice in the Firefighters' debut weekend, which shows a big vote of confidence that Val Perez and Corey Pye think Daniel can be a workhorse out of the Firefighters' bullpen. And we saw two different outings for Nolan on Thursday night. He faced three batters, gave up 3 hits, and a walk-off to the Bananas before he could record an out, but bounced back in the series finale with a clean inning, no runs allowed, did give up a sprint, but got out of the frame in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And what he did really well last season as a rookie, he only gave up sprints to 5% of batters and struck out 18% of batters as Robert Anthony Cruz, on the second pitch of the night from Nolan Daniel, leaves First Horizon Park and gives the Bananas a 4th consecutive point in the ball game.
It's a rack attack, and he will back handspring all the way to home plate. 5th time Robert Anthony Cruz has gone long bombs away here in his rookie campaign in Banana Ball, and he knew it. Sweet swing, even sweeter bat flip, as that thing was headed to the bandbox. We'll get it down to Emily Cole.
The country without a permanent home. To raise awareness and help bring families together, we created a nonprofit called Bananas Foster. This organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, Bananas Foster is celebrating the Millison family. The Millisons have been a licensed foster family right here locally for the last 8 years, and in that time have welcomed 12 children into their home. They have now adopted 3 kiddos and have recently cared for 5 babies. Fans, please help me celebrate this amazing family for what they're doing for the foster care world right here in this community.
The biggest of shout-outs you could ever imagine to the Millison family. Licensed for the last 8 years, have welcomed 12 children into their home, have officially adopted 3. Most recently have been caring for 5 babies. Superhero stuff. And impressive arm strength with the kiddos there. Keeping those in the hip pocket. Austin Krasminski will take over for Noah Nisnik, who dazzled over 4 innings of 1-run ball with 4 strikeouts. He gives way to the former Los Angeles Angels and Chicago Cubs minor leaguer.
It's now 3 straight incredible outings for Noah Nisnik. just continues to show how consistently good he's been for this Banana squad. And they turn it over to another phenomenal arm out of the bullpen, Austin Krasminski, making his 26th appearance this season. This is the earliest he has appeared in a ball game all season. Previously, the 7th inning, the earliest we've seen Krem enter a ball game. But I think this is an effort for the Bananas to speed up the Firefighters' bats before likely turning to Andy Archer afterwards, forcing the Firefighters to adjust to different velocities on the mound. And for Krasminski, opponents batting .204 against him this season, but it was the Firefighters who had a really solid showing against him. They were able to spark a 3-point rally against him in the final inning in the series finale that led to their first win in franchise history.
Incredible matchup to start his evening. He stares down the Baltimore Orioles' 3rd round pick. Back in the 2019 draft, the Orioles kicked off the 3rd round, calling Zach Watson's name. Zach bounced out to second into a trick play his first time. And stays alive. Good hustle there by Vincent trying to grab the ricochet. Krasminski, a 3-pitch mix, 4-seam fastball, circle changeup, and a slider. The heater sits 92 to 94. He can touch 96. He's pounding the zone. This one right over our heads here in the booth.
Good battle so far by Zach Watson, and good to see Krasminski consistently pounding that strike zone, challenging Zach Watson to beat him in the batter's box.
Which he will. He'll do just that.
And that was a truly impressive piece of hitting. Watson a tick behind on the fastball from Krem and just able to float it into shallow right field, and Firefighters with a leadoff man on here in the top of the 5th, desperately needing to rally for some points in this ball game.
Watson now 5 for 10 in his still very young banana ball career. Guy who stole 45 bases across his 4 years in the Orioles farm system. Got all the way up to Double-A. Felt like he had numbers that deserved a promotion to Triple-A. Of course, anybody tapped into baseball knows how insanely talent-rich the Orioles minor league system is. One of the best, if not the best, in the bigs. And Watson ended up stuck behind some studs as he gets a monster jump, and this one right through the right side. Seeing eye single for South Trimble. Watson to third easily. It was an attempt at a stolen base. It turned into a picture-perfect hit and run.
With Malden leaving to cover that second base bag, South Trimble otherwise would have hit it to the Bananas second baseman, but instead able to put runners on the corners, and Firefighters with another good rally against Austin Krasminski. His next time out against the Firefighters as the ball gets away from Krem as Malden throws it in. And Zach Watson with heads-up base running will come around and score for the Firefighters. South Trimble moves all the way up to third base. A frustrating error from Dalton Malden leads to the Firefighters getting on the board and stopping, dropping, and rolling.
Rolling all the way to their third base dugout. That is a dynamic duo. Unbelievable wheels both on Watson and Trimble as Malden's throw back to the mound gets away. That's Dalton's first error of the tour. Now the Nanners have to bring the infield in for Zachary Bridges, who blasted a ball off the left field wall his first time. This one's squared up, straightaway center. And Trimble will score easily. Bridges 2 for 2 and collects his first career Firefighters RBI. about the bottom of the order for the Firefighters? As Parra taps this the other way, 360, Dalton loses the banana ball. Was trying to get the lead runner. Ends up coughing up the ball. And Parra, who has great wheels himself, quickly down the line, no time for Malden to recover.
An unfortunate play for Malden. Winds up just having a tough time making a decision once he was able to field that one. Thought about getting the lead out. And then by the time he turned around and opted to try and go to first, could not handle the banana ball. And the Firefighters still threatening against Krem, and without an out in the 5th inning either.
Nearly an incredible barehanded, one-handed grab by a fan. It's not able to hold on, so Joe Lytle still alive. We're back to the top of the order for the Firefighters. Leroy throws behind Bridges, who's back safe. The bottom 3 in the Firefighters' order are 4 for 6. They've reached base on 5 of their 6 plate appearances, with Parra reaching on the Malden error there. As the gas misses just a hair low. Where Lytle extends the zone, will sword himself as he heads back to the Firefighters' dugout. Off speed from Krasminski, gets the first out.
Healthy cut from Lytle. I don't think Krem would have liked to have left that up in the zone, but nonetheless benefits from a little over-aggressive approach from Lytle as Logan Lacey tags the first pitch into left field. Rack played it very well. Came up throwing for home. It was cut off by Danny Hosley. And the Firefighters with the bags full. And Dakota McFadden collected the first home run in Firefighters franchise history in their 2nd ever game, strolling up to the plate.
Reminder that Logan Lacey was working for the city of Tallahassee a month ago, doing low voltage electrician's work. The former Florida State Seminole is scorching. He's 2 for 3, which makes him 9 for 14 in his banana ball career. The only time he's made an out tonight is because he fouled out to a fan. 3 ducks on the pond here for DMAC. The Firefighters leader in RBIs with 6. As Krem jumps ahead 1 and 2.
And we saw McFadden 4 for 6, batting with runners in scoring position across that opening weekend for the Firefighters. Unfortunately, for McFadden, cannot come around and make a decision on whether to swing or not against Krem. And Vincent Chapman rings him up.
It's the hard slider from Krasminski in the high 80s. He's an out away from escaping. Dalton Malden bobbles it. And the throw is offline. Now EJ firing home. The tag in time. Isaac Parra trying to score from second. Will be gunned down by Jones Jr. But the Firefighters score another. They end up plating 3 in the frame and have an excellent chance to earn their first point.
An offensive inning sorely needed by the Firefighters. And good heads-up play from Eric Jones Jr., noticing Parra streaking down that third base line, getting it home to Bill Leroy. And a good tag to ensure the Firefighters couldn't plate a 4th run in the 5th as we send this down to the young professor on the Bananas dugout.
Throwing those hot dogs down at these brothers, and they're going to try to catch them in the buns. Whoever catches the most wins. The loser gets slapped right in the face with a hot dog, ladies and gentlemen. Highbrow humor here at the Bananas game. Pitchers, are we ready? Then on your mark, get set. Let's let those schnitzels fly. No catch over here. We got one over there. Big brother picks one up. Wow, this is impressive. Great tosses. All right, we still got 2. Got one there. All right, that's all 5. Kellogg still got one more. Let her rip, Kellogg. No shot. We've got 1 catch over here. All right, hot dogs down, hot dogs down. We've got 3 catches over here, 1 catch over here. Big brother's gonna win, so little brother, it's time to face the music. Come on, right where everybody can see it. Nice big hot dog smack right across the face. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for When Pigs Fly in Banana Land.
Brand new promotion. When Pigs Fly. As Nolan Daniel hopes his second inning of the night will have a little more length than his first.
The benefit for Nolan Daniel is you've only thrown 2 pitches out on the mound so far. You've got a very fresh arm, and you've also got a 3-run cushion in the inning. Pretty comfortable lead to try and get the Firefighters their first point of the night. This one skips away from Zachary Bridges, but Dan Oberst opts not to try and steal first base to start this inning. Little bit of a confounding decision. Bananas needing to get some base runners on, but Oberst swings at the second pitch, chops this one up the middle. Good range from Isaac Parra, and a solid throw over to Dakota McFadden, who's moved to the first base position. 1 away for the Firefighters.
That's Logan Lacey, who has taken over for Parra at short. Looks like Blaine McIntosh is out in right, where D-Mac was previously roaming. And Parra has switched over to second base. Michael D behind 1 and 2. Former Chicago White Sox minor leaguer. Flew out to his fellow 4-year banana ball man D-Mac in right his first time. Count evened up. Nolan Daniel out of Dublin, Georgia. His first high school season at West Lawrence. He was thrown to Bill Leroy behind the dish. It was the first of 3 straight Region Pitcher of the Year awards for Mr. Daniel. Picked up 24 wins, 8 shutouts, and 292 strikeouts across his high school career as D works the sprint and will be content with 1 base. All 7 Firefighters behind the pitcher and catcher get the banana ball around in short order.
Good sprint defense yet again for the Firefighters, despite the defensive substitutions and switch-ups, especially in that infield. And for Michael Deeb, you are not trying to run into any kind of out in this inning. Again, for the Bananas, you're just trying to get base runners and then try and hope you get a big swing out of somebody to tie up this inning.
A ball and 2 strikes on Reese Alexiadis. Singled back in the second, scored the inning-winning run. He is not often cheated on his swings, even when he's down to his final strike.
He's always swinging hard. It's one of the highest average exit velocities of any Bananas batter. Nolan Daniel with this one in the dirt, getting away from Zach Bridges. Michael Deeb moves up on the wild pitch. And for Vincent Chapman, it appears he's going to say that Reese Alexiadis went around on the pitch from Nolan as well. So now 2 outs in the inning for the Bananas.
Mark McNabney, say that one 5 times fast. Mark McNabney, the first base umpire, made the call. Vincent appealed to him. 360 and then an emphatic punch out. Alexiadis disagreed with the call. That one right through the wickets of Bridges. Deeb will jog over to third. on another wild pitch. Nolan's got a wipeout slider. Two-seam sinker. It is the definition of a heavy pitch. That's what EJ just fouled off right there. And then we'll also work in a circle change, mostly only throws it to lefties, not like Delano and Helton, who have such powerful right-on-right changeups for the Party Animals. And that's a Baltimore chop, grabbed out of the sky across the diamond, just in time to grab EJ. Nice bounce-back inning for No-No. He strands Deeb on third and earns the Firefighters their first point of the ball game. They now trail 4-1. Five innings in the books. Perfect time to remind you that there are still just a couple cabins remaining on the first ever Bananaland cruise. Bananas, Party Animals, and now we are fired up to say the Firefighters will all be aboard, as will my dear buddy Josh Talevsky.
Well, I'm excited about the Firefighters. I think it's only going to add to the experience.
No doubt.
For all of the folks on board. Probably going to be some fun activities led by some of their characters. And yes, Biko, I will have to be on a ship with you for a couple of days. People would think I'm not excited about it, perchance.
Are you worried about the implication?
But I'm pretty excited.
You are, all right.
We're gonna have a good time, you know?
We got Manana Matt up here partying with us in the booth as Andy Archer takes over on the bump, replacing Austin Krasminski. So we go from the pride of Roswell, Georgia, to the kid Adam Milton.
18th outing on the tour for Andy Archer, who was roughed up last Saturday in Fenway Park through 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 hits and 3 earned runs on 11 pitches. Just the Party Animals making a lot of hard contact against him. Firefighters also batted .500 against Andy in his first appearance against them. But the big stat of note for Big Arch, he's got a 5-minute and 10-second average MPI when pitching with the quiver on his back. You see the quiver behind him on the mound. When he is not wearing the quiver, his average MPI drops down to an average of 3 minutes and 54 seconds.
Daniel Brito leads it off. And Alex Ziegler takes over at first base for EJ, who moves across the diamond to third. And that one laced into right. It'll be a base knock for Brito, who's content with it being a singular base knock. The leadoff man aboard here, Archer. One of the more unique arsenals in Bananaland. 4 pitches, 4-seam and 2-seam fastballs, a cutter, and a split changeup is the only off-speed he employs. He does not spin the ball. As Stephen Cullen bounces that one foul. Cullen a couple Ks, both of them against Noah Niznik. Certainly fired up that he doesn't see Niz Nasty 60 feet and 6 inches away from him. Brito picked off. Andy Archer with a nice move. Kind of looked like a slow motion dive from Daniel Brito, who's shaking his head. We have not seen a challenge tonight. In the city where challenges were debuted in Banana Ball last tour. Another look.
Caught Brito sleeping just a little bit at first base, and now Andy Archer tonight has tied Noah Niznik for the tour lead in pickoffs with 3. Banana Ball.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. 2-2 here on Cullen. The tricky thing for Brito, too, is he's still trying to fully get his legs underneath him after he had his medical accident back in the summer of 2021. Playing for the Phillies AAA squad, Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, as Archer will spike an arrow as he gets calling on the split change. That's a filthy pitch.
Went to the pitch that he trusts. That's definitely Archer's strikeout pitch. Knows that Cullen takes a lot of mighty swings and has come up empty more than he'd like so far on tour, but Archer working on a quick inning, but that could be in jeopardy as he's fallen behind Zach Watson 3-0.
Healthy hack. And oh my gosh, an excuse me foul ball nearly takes out our director of entertainment for the evening, Brenna. Down there outside the Nanners dugout. B-Dog was on the move. Watson, an avid deer and duck hunter, nearly timed his shot perfectly.
Just trying to hit the target.
He'll work the sprint. He reaches base for the second time this ball game. He's testing the Bananas sprint defense and earns himself an extra base. Robert Anthony Cruz was the 7th and final man who had to touch the banana ball behind Archer and Leroy. And Watson showing off his tremendous speed. He's in scoring position with 2 outs.
Well, it took Bill Leroy a second to dig the banana ball out of his glove and throw it to the first defender. And Zach Watson, coming out of high school, was regarded as the fastest player in the state of Louisiana by perfect game. Has not lost any of that speed, even as he transitions into a banana ball career.
Watson was the All-Northeast Louisiana Big School Player of the Year 3 years in a row. He's the first player to ever receive the honor multiple times. He did it thrice. Another life here for Blaine McIntosh, who has come in for South Trimble. And the former New York Mets minor leaguer back up the middle, as the former O's farmhand gets the wave around and will avoid the tag from Leroy. Ball skips away from Bill. Andy there to back it up. And it's an RBI knock for Blaine McIntosh here in his home state.
Nice piece of hitting from Blaine McIntosh. Going up the middle. It's never easy to come off the bench and produce for your ball club, but McIntosh has seemed very comfortable so far into his banana ball career. And the Firefighters really benefited from the Bananas opting to go to their bullpen. Now with 4 runs scored against the first 2 guys out of the pen tonight, Austin Krusminski and Andy Archer.
There goes McIntosh towards second. The ball's fouled away. And not playable by myself, although I was hoping it would make it up to the booth.
You tried, and that's what really counts.
Ball was on the roof. Never even, wasn't catchable by anybody.
It's just nice to see you stick your hands out, look for it, maybe, just maybe.
There's also an overhang that completely nullifies the opportunity for that.
Yep, I see it now.
But I had the breadbasket out there just in case divine intervention sent that ball ricocheting towards our booth.
Why would they do that?
They weren't thinking of us when they built First Horizon Park in 2015, or at least completed construction, started building it in 2014. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Zachary Bridges, who has a double, a single, has scored twice, and driven in a run. Cut and a miss. Archer picks up his second K and is elated as he leaves the field. Firefighters do strike for a run on the 2-out sprint from Watson and the clutch base knock from McIntosh.
Another strong inning for the Firefighters and a laborious one for Andy Archer. 27 pitches in 6 minutes and 37 seconds. Time it takes him to record 3 outs.
Let's get it down to Christian Dearman. I'm going to let him call the sheet race.
On your marks, get set, go! And the sheets are off. This sheet is getting crazy. The green sheet with the towering lead. The blue sheet's slipping. Oh, he goes down! Oh no! Green sheet with a solid lead. This sheet is bananas. Wow, they keep going, keep going. I might win. Yellow sheet with the lead. Green sheet coming in strong. Woo! All right, fans, give it up for our green sheet, Hayes.
Tremendous call on the sheet race, Mr. Electric. The OGs know that is my favorite promotion to call. Noah Bridges was running it for a while this year. Now Dearman will take over here for a Firefighters game, and just want to give the guys their shots. I've called dozens upon dozens of sheet races in my time. I can pass the baton, so to speak.
Just promise me before this series closes. Not here in Nashville, but I'm talking the 2024 season.
Yes.
Promise me you'll call one sheet race.
I will. I'll do it for you, buddy-o, as Marshall Schill takes over on the bump. The sidearm submariner with 6 different pitches across 2 different arm slots. He was superb in his banana ball debut.
We saw in his debut outing on the Firefighters opening night, 1 inning pitched, no hits allowed, no runs either, and 1 strikeout through just 12 pitches in 1 minute and 46 seconds. It was the first and only sub-2-minute inning in Firefighters history, and that was the scouting report on Schill throughout Firefighters spring training. He impressed with his 3-pitch sequences, posting 2 of the fastest MPIs through their practices. And what you've got to watch for, the feet of Marshall Schill on the mound. He puts himself in a terrific set position to get the ball thrown back to him and immediately go into his next pitch.
1-2 here to Bill, make it 2 balls and 2 strikes, 7, 8, 9. Dalton Malden is on deck, hitting in the place of Jackson Olsen, who he's taken the spot of across the last 3 innings defensively at second. Danny Hosley waits in the hole. Check that. That'll be Alex Ziegler, who is subbed in for Hosley. And Bill Leroy is plunked. It's the first base runner allowed in the banana ball career of Marshall Schill. Malachi Mitchell pinch running for Bill over at first as the songbird of our generation steps in, representing the inning-winning run. Watched him launch a handful of balls out of First Horizon Park in BP today. He's got surprising pop. Unassuming. As he taps this one to third, going to be a tough play. Barehanded across the diamond! Just in time! Wow! What a job by Stephen Cullen.
Just when it looked like Stephen Cullen might not even challenge a throw across the diamond, he's able to come up with a phenomenal play. Great stretch from McFadden, but the fans want to see if another look can be taken at this play as we see if Malden possibly winds up safe with the bananas.
Vincent Chapman, we have you, and we will put a minute on the clock as the fans challenge the out call at first. Web gem from Stephen Cullen, if it stands. Here we go. All right, the 1-minute clock is going. Can't tell with that angle. It's going to have to be a different one. That could be it there.
We would need it slowed down just a little more.
But we would need it slowed down a little more. This angle's not going to tell us anything because you can't see when the ball gets to the glove. So far, everything we've seen, the call will stand. Although that is a little better there.
I think we needed that previous angle.
This is the angle that won't tell us anything. It's either got to be, we've got 10 seconds left. This angle
I don't think
is
we're going to get the previous
angle.
The call's going to stand.
Call on the field stands.
Ladies and gentlemen, after further review, the rolling on the field stands as called.
Bang, bang. Unbelievable play by Cullen. And unfortunately, with the 1 minute timer, we're up against it. There's a couple angles in there that could have possibly been the vindicating shot. Time not our ally. So slap a star on your 5-3 in the scorebook at home. That one will be in the Banana Ball Top 11 Plays on the Banana Ball YouTube channel at the end of the weekend, or else we're going to have a historic defensive performance from both sides to find 11 plays better than that. Here's Alex Ziegler. Whoa, look out! Fouled into the Firefighters dugout. Count still 2-2. Don't trust the scoreboard. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Flash represents the inning tying run at second base. He takes off for third, and boy, what a job by Cullen to knock that down. Bridges spiked it. And Stephen Cullen put his body on the line to keep that ball in the infield.
Nice block by Bridges behind the plate. Nice block by Cullen at third base. If that ball gets behind him, scenario where Malachi Mitchell easily scores for the Bananas. Now Alex Ziegler continues his battle against Marshall Schill, popping this one right behind the Bananas dugout. And the fans all try and grab that one, but come up empty.
That was about as catchable as they come. Heck of a souvenir for that young chap, though. Another payoff pitch. Bounce to second, and the only play is going to be at first. That is the burning Olympic caliber speed of Malachi Mitchell on display as the inning is knotted up at a run each.
Alex Ziegler battled, and with the count full, still able to put it in play, score the fastest man in Banana Ball. And Ziggy, this is just impressive. His last two plate appearances, 17 pitches and 9 pitches. He is a battler.
He's fighting for his life up there. Impressive stuff. His fellow buddy from the Keystone State, Ryan Cox out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, steps in. And Cullen will have room and grabs it in foul territory. Schill gives up his first career Banana Ball run. The inning ends up tied, and the Nanners still lead 4-1 with 6 innings behind us.
Fans, please join the Bananas and Firefighters in honoring the men and women that serve this great nation as we salute our hometown heroes of the night. We thank you for your service and commitment to our great country.
Shark salutes all the service members, both past and present, here in Nashville. We send that to everybody watching at home as well. Welcome on inside the booth. Biko Scala, my good buddy Josh Chalevsky. Happy Thirsty Thursday and happy Zappos Buzzword time. You should know what's going on if you've been here before. If you're new, there will be a link in the comment section, the description here on YouTube as well. Fill out all the relevant information, and then when it says Buzzword, you will put in, drumroll please, Yee-haw. That is Yee-haw. Josh, can you spell it?
Y-E-E hyphen, and I cannot emphasize this hyphen enough, H-A-W. Yee-haw. Don't forget the hyphen, everybody. Do not forget the hyphen. You will not have a chance at a free pair of shoes courtesy of Zappos if you don't put the hyphen. You need that hyphen.
Need it. Need it like you need air to breathe. Let's get it back down to the field as we head to the top of the 7th inning. The Bananas won the first 4 frames so far here tonight. Firefighters have shown great signs of life since then. 3 runs in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Unfortunately, due to the hit by pitch and the RBI ground out after Flash got up to second and then stole third, the Firefighters not able to earn their 2nd point. So they still trail by 3 as Isaac Parra tries to catch his breath after the Andy Archer heater was fired behind his keister.
A move Isaac Parra was not expecting. We saw it early in the ballgame against Logan Lacey, and Parra batting from that left-handed side does not go for a slap single. Instead, just rolls this one into right field, and it's a 3rd straight inning, or I should say 4th straight inning for the Firefighters with the leadoff man reaching.
Back to the top of the order, and Joe Lytle. Isaac, as we mentioned, his first time up is naturally a righty and does pull off the slap hitting there, but instead of peppering it towards center or the opposite way like he had his first few times in his young Banana Ball career, yanks it through the 4-hole. Quick 0-2 count here on the OKC kid. It was Isaac's wife Heather who played college softball and of course very familiar with slap hitting. Said, hey, you've got a chance in this young sport to be the first and possibly find a lot of success with this. And of course, his head coach, Val Perez, is all for it.
Well, we saw in Parra's very first plate appearance in Banana Ball, went with the slap style approach at the plate, came away with the base knock, and the Bananas trying to do their best to counter it. You see more that third base and shortstop positions shading in on the grass when Parra's batting from the left side, possibly expecting the slap hit.
Archer paying a lot of attention to the party animal second baseman who started the game at short. Count runs full here on Lytle. I would wager Parra takes off. He does. And this one lifted into foul territory. Chance for the fans. And they make the play. Joe Lytle fouls out to a fan. Heck of a snag by that
guy. Remarkable play by the fans down that third base and left field line. You see the fan coming out onto the field and for good reason came up with the snag, stuck the glove out, was able to catch that banana ball. Big first out for Andy Archer and the Bananas.
Now the Firefighters' man of steel, Logan Lacey, who I noticed at his last time, Banana Ball is too quick to get a lot of your points across. He's starting back in the box, and a couple times he's been sneaking up a few inches, trying to fool the pitcher as DR waits a long time before backflipping and making the catch. Parra tags and will get to second safely. The doctor with his 45th trick play. Here's Tyler Gillum.
And now coming to pitch, the world's tallest pitcher, Dakota Stilts Albritton.
The pride of Ellaville, Georgia. At his impressive 10 feet 9 inches tall, takes the banana ball from Andy Archer, and now you look at the immaculate numbers from Stilts on the mound this year.
This is the 20th time on tour that Dakota Albritton climbs the hill for the Bananas. He has faced 25 batters this season and only allowed 1 hit and 1 run. And that all is good for a 3.64 ERA plus. Tremendous mark in what is still pretty limited sample size for the tallest man in Banana Land.
He faces off for the first time in his life against Dakota McFadden. A pair of One City World Tour Bananas doing battle under the bright lights of Nashville. Generous call, that one right around the outside corner. Great frame by Leroy. This one the other way under the mid of Jackson Olsen into right. Alexiadis coming up heaving, and the throw not in time. Parra will slide in safely. The official scoring decision.
I lean error.
I think you lean the right direction, as Parra lands the axe in the stump of wood. Well, that stump's getting a lot of action tonight. I think it was Ethan Scujay who was perched atop that. The boys were dancing after they walked off the second inning. Now the Firefighters take their turn as you get another look at the error from Olsen that leads to a party. The Party Fighters, yeah, that's who just scored the run. Leads to a Firefighters run.
Tough miscue from Jackson Olsen, ranging over, did not field that one over his body, instead kind of laid the banana ball. And it's a very similar play for Eric Jones Jr. at third base as well.
That one scolded from his former Davidson teammate, but that's one EJ would tell you he should have had.
Trying to field that one to his left, unable to come up with it. Another Olay type play, and back-to-back errors for the Bananas defense with Stilts on the mound. Not what he was looking for. Now he'll battle against Daniel Brito for the second time this season.
These have each been well-struck balls, but plays you expect Olsen and Jones Jr. to make. Stilts trying to pick up his boys as this one is flicked into center. D-Mac is going to get a stop sign. He was rumbling around third. Val Perez says, you should stay right there, buddy. D.R. Meadows has an arm like no other in center. He has been a sniper out there. Nice piece of hitting from the kid out of Ciudad Guayana, Venezuela. Now Stephen Cullen will swing it with the bags packed, and he smokes it off the netting. Cullen working on a hat trick of strikeouts, looking to put up a crooked number for his boys. That one's a mile high. Meadows, Alexiadis, and Olsen converge. Reese can't catch the ball. Oh, a disastrous defensive inning for the Nanners gets that much worse. 2 runs will score on only the 3rd error of the tour for Super Reese.
Well, in shallow right center, you saw Olsen, Meadows, and Alexiadis all crowding the same area. And it appeared like Reese was emphatically calling off the other 2 defenders. And still, maybe just got a little too in his head, trying to catch that banana ball. And a lot of sloppy defense here in the 7th for the Bananas. Just continue to gift the Firefighters more opportunities for offense as Zach Watson hits the 2-0 into left field. Firefighters with the bases loaded yet again.
Zach Watson, through the ruthless business of affiliated baseball, said towards the end of his tenure in the Orioles minor league system, he was no longer having fun. I can promise you he's having a blast here in Banana Land. He's 2 for 3 on the night, 6 for 11 here in his rookie campaign. And to be fair, he had a blast last summer when he joined the Lexington Counterclocks in the Atlantic League. Hit .309, 3 bombs in 28 games. Swiped 6 bases. He was right back to playing the game he loved without the stress of minor league baseball. That's going to be a 2 RBI ball 4 sprint for Blaine McIntosh, who grabs 2 bases. His 2nd and 3rd RBIs of the ball game. His 5th and 6th of the tour. He's now tied with D-Mac for the team lead. Zach Watson's going to score. McIntosh was running to 3rd. The Bananas threw behind him, and when Stiltz turned his back on the speedy left fielder, he scampered from 3rd across the dish.
One of the wilder series of events you'll see.
That's a steal of home plate, and that's a line drive into left. Zachary Bridges, have yourself a night. 3 for 4 now. None of them cheapies. Sounds different off the bat of Zachary Bridges, which is something the coaching staff told us when we ventured to Charleston, West Virginia for the Challenger Series against the Dirty Birds. They said, this guy makes a lot of loud contact. It is a thunderous blast off his bat when he squares it up, which he's now done thrice tonight. It's a disastrophe of an inning here for the Nanners. Firefighters have plated 6 and still have runners on the corners. Here for Isaac Parra, who started the inning with a single. He's the 11th Firefighter to swing it now. And that's a liner, mercifully straight to Ryan Cox at short. The Nanners commit 3 errors and gift the Firefighters 6 runs. All of them scoring with 2 outs. Let's get it down to the young professor.
Fellas, are you ready? Oh, yeah, I bet you are. All right, ladies, on your mark. Get set. Go. There they go. They're hopping. Caitlin's got the lead, but Crystal's right there. All right, this is where it gets interesting. Husbands got to jump in the sack with their wives. Yes, I just said that on a microphone. Hang on, fellas. Oh, yeah, there it is. Coming across. Who's going to get there first? With 22 years of marriage, give it up for Crystal and Daniel, the fastest couple in the sack.
I have no comment. And that will be that. Let's get back to Banana Ball. Shout out to Jimmy.
Now batting for your
and shout out another firefighter, my stepdad, Brad, celebrating a birthday tonight. Can't wait for the day that we get Brad to a Banana Ball game, which he's been to plenty before, and he catches a foul ball for an out.
one can dream. My father came close to catching a foul ball for an out, but he dropped it. In Gwinnett County, it was off the bat of Jason Swan. And he told me after the game he was so frustrated at himself. Mom told me he was kicking himself in the car the entire way home.
Yeah, no, the opportunities are slim. I understand the feelings there immensely as Isaac Parra grabs the trick play there. Second of his Banana Ball career, he takes care of DR Meadows. It's the top 3 in the Bananas order here in the last of the 7th. As Rack sends that 3 counties over. The problem was the direction. He's already blasted 1 home run tonight.
And you just see another violent swing from Robert Anthony Cruz, 3rd on the Bananas in slugging percentage this season. And it's only his 4th start batting in the 2-hole for the Bananas, but 2 of his 5 home runs have come when he's batted in that spot in the order. Unfortunately, another mighty cut coming up empty against Marshall Schill with his first strikeout tonight.
Second of his career as Dan Oberst sends that to Triples Alley. And he's going to dig for 3 bags. He'll have him standing. Parra has trouble with the throw from Parker Nolan. Didn't have a chance in the world at the Nanners' speedy extra hitter anyway. That's the 3rd triple on the tour for Oberst. He ties Meadows for the team lead. And Michael Deeb will swing away here with 2 down. In on the hands, very catchable foul ball. Deeb's got another life.
And we saw Dan Oberst hit very well in First Horizon Park last year for the Bananas. 4 for 7 with 2 doubles and a run batted in. Now collects yet another extra base hit in this ballpark as Michael Deeb dunks the 0-1 into shallow center field in front of Parker Nolan. Dan Oberst comes around to plate a run for the Bananas, but find themselves still down 5 runs here in the 7th for the Firefighters.
Deeb grabs his team-leading 31st stake of the year. Passes the baton to Alexiadis. Nanners still need 3 more guys to reach before they can think about tying the inning. Reese, that thing is blasted behind the back. Parker Nolan, what a trick play on the warning track. That one tattooed by Alexiadis. Nolan has his 3rd trick play of his Banana Ball career. This one's a doozy.
The most impressive catch of his Banana Ball career to date. Again, ranging deep on that warning track. And still, as he's drifting, able to put the glove behind that back and make an absolutely absurd catch to win the Firefighters another point in the ball game.
They now trail by 2 with 2 innings remaining. Let's take a look at some of the action from the Party Animals and Visitors battle earlier tonight. How about Correll Prime? In his first ever Banana Ball game, he goes long bombs away, out to left field, and the next hitter, KJ Jackson, says, see you later. I'm going to take this one out to right. Jake Skoll, yeah, all he can do is watch this one fly. Unfortunately for the Visitors, they lose this game 3-1, and that inning would end tied at 2 runs apiece. Here's Indiana Stanley the other way. Jake Skoll thought he might have stole it. It would have been the first robbed home run in Banana Ball history. Instead, it's Indy's first ever Banana Ball blast. And we are honored to welcome in Zach Phillips, the former Kansas City Royals minor leaguer,
Well, boys,
into the broadcast on the mic. Billy, we heard that you're a big Vanilla Ice fan, and you might be able to rap us some Ice Ice Baby here.
oh yeah, I should be able to do that.
All right, we'll see if Shark can.
Dial it up for me.
Yeah, we'll see if he can play you the tune. If not, you might just have to take control. Oh, here it is.
Let's kick it. Ice, ice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back, a brand new invention, something. Grabs a hold of me tightly, fall like a hawk. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. 2D stream out like a mic, like a Fandle. Light up the stage like a trunk, like a candle. Dance with a speaker that moves. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly. When I play, it's the best, it's a felony. You love it, believe it. You better can't wait. You better hit bullseye. The kid don't play. And if there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out my hook on my DJ.
Oh, baby! Between the legs trick play from EJ peppered in as Logan Lacey muscles this deep out to right, and Alexiadis tracks it down on the track.
Boys, it's so simple when you just throw strikes over the plate. These guys love to get themselves out, you know? And like if he'd get in the box, we'd have a really quick inning right here. But we'll let him take his time. I'm on a roll. It's time to go solo, rolling in my 5.0 with my rack top down, so my hair go blue. The girlies on stage. Just a sigh. Nah, I just drove by, kept on. Was doing two, kick block, and I'm headed to A1A. Show Avenue. Girls wear hot, wearing less than bikinis, rocking lovers, driving Lamborghini, jealous, cause I'm out getting mine. Gauge with a gauge. Ready for the chumps on the wall. Full of 8-ball, gunshots, range out like a bell. I grabbed my 9, all I heard was shells falling. Jumped in the car, slammed on the gas. Bumper to bumper, the avenue was packed. Gotta get away. Jack, oh, he's late.
Police on the scene.
You know what I mean.
That was incredible, Philly. I love that you just also tried to blow 3 straight fastballs by Dakota McFadden. Philly knocks it down between the legs. And the tag on the head of Parker Nolan for out number 3. That one's going to leave a mark.
Woo!
And the Firefighters.
So I can't hear you.
Thank you, Philly. The Firefighters challenge. So. We shall see if we do say goodbye to Philly or if he's still back out on the mound. Vincent Chapman joins us on the headset. We've got 50 seconds already ticking down. Let's get the replay cooking. It's a great angle. Oh, he looks like he's out. Well, we have time. We still have over half a minute. But that shot makes it look like Ziggy, in an insanely acrobatic play, catches the ball, gets the tag on the helmet, and he's out. Son of a gun, Ziggy. Wow. Call stands.
Call stands.
Shout out Mark McNabney.
Unreal play from Alex Ziegler. And Biko, we just witnessed Zach Phillips rap Ice Ice Baby, collect the trick play out, and just wow the crowd in 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the mound.
Banana ball.
Whoa.
Princess Potassia. Letting the full capacity crowd here in the capital of the volunteer state know that we're killing the lights. And it's time to light up the night. This is game 50 of our 2024 Banana Ball World Tour. The Bananas lead this one 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. This is the first night in our Young Sports history we have had 2 games happening at once. Of course, we're here in the Central Time Zone. Both games kicking off with first pitch around 7 p.m. local time, which meant the Party Animals and Visitors down in Savannah got after it an hour before us. Party Animals win their first ever completed game against a team not named the Savannah Bananas, 3-1.
Banana Nation. Now let's go Bananas!
The mics, or the speakers rather, here in First Horizon Park, it seems like they thought they bit the dust. Clearly, they're rocking and rolling here as Matt Malatesta takes over on the mound. It's good to have a princess with a golden voice who could pick up where Coldplay leaves off.
Great work from Princess Potassia, and now the Firefighters looking for great work out of Matt Malatesta in his second outing for his new team. We saw a classic Malatesta performance in his Firefighters debut. A clean inning with no runs allowed, no ball four sprints, 1 strikeout. Malatesta threw 17 pitches and had a 4-minute 35-second MPI, which is right on par with his 4-minute and 40-second average MPI in 2023 and his average of 18 pitches per inning. And we saw last season opponents bat just .213 against Malatesta. He's tough when he's finding the zone.
Eric Jones Jr. doesn't just have friends in low places. He's got over 10,000 friends in low places tonight. See if the crowd can pick up on the classic tune. Six, 7, 8 for the Nanners. EJ, then Leroy, and Olsen. As McNabney over at first says Jones went around. Elevated gas there for Malatesta, who faces his teammate from a tour ago and is quickly ahead 0-2.
And it's Malatesta not going to the splitter or the forkball, but going after EJ with fastballs. Probably not what his former battery mate was expecting. And there, it's the splitter from Malatesta, getting a 3-pitch strikeout in just a hair over 30 seconds.
Takes care of one of the best hitters we've ever had in Banana Land. The former Mariners and Twins minor leaguer goes down swinging. Fastball, splitter, which is his specialty. He'll work in the forkball, as Josh mentioned, and will add a slider and a knuckle split as well. Now faces his former catcher, all the way back to the 2021 summer, when Malatesta was a late addition to the CPL Bananas team. Pitched 5 strong innings in Lexington County, one of the last games of the year, and then pitched 3 shutout frames in the decisive Game 3 of the championship against the Morehead City Marlins, with Bill as his catcher, as the Nanners took their first of back-to-back Pettit Cups. A herky-jerky windup, and another strikeout for Malatesta. This time he goes to the slider.
Remarkable execution and pitch sequences from Matt Malatesta. Not only has he struck out back-to-back batters, but these were the 2 guys catching him all last season as Jackson Olsen sends this one into deep center field. Parker Nolan tips it up to himself off of the jersey, comes up with his second trick play of the ball game, and gets Matt Malatesta out of the 8th inning in 1 minute and 52 seconds.
Here's the young professor.
Upon that guitar scoreboard, heading into the top of the 9th inning, the score is 4 points for the Savannah Bananas to 2 points for the Firefighters. But those Firefighters bats have been red hot. And why that is important is because in the game of banana ball, in the final inning, every run counts for a point. That means this is the chance for the Firefighters to come back and tie it or go ahead. On the other side, ladies and gentlemen, the Savannah Bananas need just 3 outs to lock down a victory here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen of Nashville, Tennessee, welcome to the final inning.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the ring dudes tonight for the Firefighters. Garrett DeClue. And on the Bananas dugout, Number 21, Jared Donaldson. And number 12, Cowboy Kyle Louie.
Luigs, Donnie, and DeClue. Let the folks know we have entered our final inning where every run counts as a point. Matt Malatesta continues to dazzle. He has an unreal inning. He's now faced 6 batters here in his Firefighters career. He struck out 3 of them. Nobody has reached base. And the Nanners setup man from a tour ago holds serve, and now we see his former closer that followed him up, Danny Hosley, the best pitcher in Banana Ball history, takes over to try and shut this down.
Danny Hosley protecting a 2-point lead here in the final inning of play. We saw in both games last year in First Horizon Park, Danny Hosley enter in the 9th and pick up a save for the Bananas. Now trying to have 3 saves in 3 career games in this ballpark. Help the Bananas continue their undefeated ways in the city of Nashville. And it's Hosley pouring in a first pitch strike to Daniel Brito to start his inning.
The pride of Vienna, Virginia, against the kid out of Venezuela. And Brito lines, and what a catch! Dan Oberst out of nowhere. That was ticketed for right field until Dan the man stole it out of the air.
In his first inning of work defensively tonight, the ball finds Dan Oberst, just goes full extension, sticking the arm and glove out, and winds up with a terrific, and I mean terrific, first out for Danny Hosley in this ball game.
Now Stephen Cullen steps in and is quickly behind 0-2. That is the Vulcan changeup, the greatest pitch in Banana Ball history. And that is strike 3. Another changeup, another swing and a miss. And just like that, the Firefighters are down to their final out. It is so deceptive. Just the way the cutter for Mariano Rivera was a pitch he leaned on throughout his Hall of Fame career. I'm pretty sure Hosley could only throw Vulcan changeups, and he would still be one of the best pitchers we've ever seen in our young sport.
And we've seen a couple of outings where Hosley has pretty exclusively only thrown the Vulcan change. Still had a lot of success out on the mound. Zach Watson goes after the heater, sends this one out to deep left center field, but Robert Anthony Cruz ranges out, makes the play, hops the fence, gives the fans the high five, and it's the Bananas who improve to 3-0, playing in Nashville, Tennessee, with a big 4-2 victory over the Firefighters.
The Nanners improved to 29-20 on the tour, 3-1 against the Firefighters, and what a moment for the fans out on the berm as Robert Anthony Cruz right up in their kitchen. And we've got a post-game show coming. First, the Nanners will be shouting out all of their teammates as they come away with the victory. It'll be the same situation tomorrow night. The Party Animals and visitors on the Party Animals YouTube page will have first pitch at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll have first pitch at 8 p.m. Eastern. Here from the Music City, Nanners take it 4-2. We've got a lot to discuss once the fellas are done celebrating the victory. Christian Dearman firing up his guys in the dugout. We'll be back with a vengeance tomorrow. Here's Bill Leroy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet your winning squad. Infielder Dalton Malden, with entertainers Alex Ziegler, Flash the Kid, and Maceo. Tonight's starting pitcher, Noah Niznik, and behind the plate, myself, Bill Leroy. And for our pitching staff, Cowboy Kyle Louise, Mr. Scrooge, Jared Donaldson, Ryan Kellogg, DJ the Invader, Austin Kuzminski, Andy Archer, and Zach Phillips. And for the boys that do it all, our utility players, number 3, Eric Jones, and number 18, Danny Hosley. For the boys in the infield, Jackson Olsen, Ryan Cox, Brandon Crosby, Daniel Oberst, and Rack Robert Anthony Cruz. And the outfield, Mr. D.R. Meadows, Reese Alexiadis, and Michael Vitamin D. Our coaching staff, Adam Byron, Ray Ortega, and Tyler Gillum. Last but not least, the tallest man in sports, Dakota Stilts Albritton.
Welcome inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you for spending your Thirsty Thursday with us here in virtual Banana Land, where the Nanners jump out and ambush the Firefighters early and often. They won each of the first 4 innings. The final one there on the second pitch of the 4th, Robert Anthony Cruz with a no-doubt blast into right field. That was all the offense they would need as Danny Hosley shuts the door and they take it 4-2.
Yeah, the Bananas can thank their offense, especially in innings 1 through 4 for the victory tonight, collecting 7 of their 9 total hits. And of course was capped off with the Rack walk-off home run off of Nolan Daniel in the 4th inning, getting them that 4th point. And from there, it was a game where the Bananas almost seemed like they were trying to give it away to the Firefighters a little bit. We saw rough outings from Austin Kuzminski, Andy Archer, and Dakota Stilts Albritton, but it wasn't all on their own doing, as we saw 6 errors committed behind those guys across those outings. And the Bananas were coming off a game in Fenway Park where they had 8 combined errors and trick plays missed, and were hoping to clean up that sloppy defense entering tonight. Commit 6 errors defensively in this ball game, and it's going to be, I think, a big point of emphasis over these next 2 nights for the Bananas to play very clean defense and not give free runs to their opposition and the party animals and the Firefighters now. So the Bananas have a couple things to clean up. Again, they can thank their offense in innings 1 through 4 for the victory tonight, as well as Noah Nisnik, who was phenomenal once again with 4 strong innings, only allowing 1 run and also generating 4 strikeouts on the mound.
Right, Niz Nasty earns all 4 points for the Nanners, and Danny Hosley, what can't the guy do? He has an RBI triple. He scores the inning-winning run in the 2nd, and then he has a 1-2-3 top of the 9th inning with a strikeout mixed in there as well. So the stars are continuing to shine. We mentioned Rack with his 5th home run on the tour. He continues to be unbelievable. Alexiadis stayed hot as well. This Nanners team come away with a victory, but as you mentioned, it got really shaky, and mostly it was the defense to blame.
And it feels a little bit like they might have stolen a victory, and I think that's just because it felt like you watched 2 different games from innings 1 through 4 and then innings 5 through 9. But nonetheless, from a banana ball aspect, this game was really able to pick itself up at the end, especially with the pace of play. You saw a 2-minute and 44-second inning, for Marshall Schill in the top of the 8th. Zach Phillips follows it up with a 2-minute and 20-second inning, is wrapping Ice Ice Baby, and then also comes up with an incredible trick play out saved by Alex Ziegler at first base. And then more electricity. Matt Malatesta in the 9th sets the Bananas 3 up, 3 down, gets the incredible trick play from Parker Nolan in center field, winds up with a 1-minute and 52-second inning for the Firefighters, and Danny Hosley responds by throwing the fastest inning of the night, getting 3 outs on 7 pitches in 1 minute and 41 seconds.
And picks up a K in there as well. I mean, he just can't make that up. That is unreal banana ball being played. Before we shut down this post-game show, we do have to give away a free pair of shoes courtesy of our dear friends over at Zappos. Drum roll, please. Dustin Berthold, congratulations on your free pair of shoes. As the graphic says down below, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. It will be first pitch at 7 p.m. Central Time, of course 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can already get an hour of Banana Ball in beforehand on the Party Animals YouTube as they battle the Visitors once again. The Party Animals took down the Visitors in the first ever matchup between those two squads, 3-1. But as we showed you later in the game here, 3 home runs from the Visitors. How about that? Correll Prime, KJ Jackson, and Indiana Stanley all go to the land of good and plenty. And how about, we mentioned it, it is worth watching. You have to see in the bottom of the first inning, the first out the Visitors get in their career is Armando Becerra going behind the back with the trick play. I saw a really nice in-between-the-legs trick play from KJ Jackson at short. I mean, these Visitors have come to play. I cannot wait to watch the rest of that game back as we were catching what we could before our broadcast went live.
They're a really exciting team here in Banana Ball. Of course, a developmental team, all kind of on this tryout basis, hoping to make future Banana Ball squads, but still an impressive showing from the Visitors tonight. And again, impressive work in the trick play department from the Bananas and Firefighters in tonight's game, as well as these two teams combined for 10 trick plays.
Right, a developmental team that just happens to have Ty Jackson as their leadoff hitter. They have Indy Stanley, Dylan Kurahashi, Choi Fu, the legend from 2021, the machine, the two-way superstar, Cole Kitchen. We already have talked about Mondo. He is Armando. You got Stephen Chambly over there, Christopher Vasquez, Taylor Justice as a catching tandem there with Indy. I mean, I've got chills right now just talking about the boys. Plus, you got KJ Correll, a lot of really impressive Banana Bowl rookies as well. So I cannot wait until Indianapolis when the Bananas face off against this team. Gage Voorhees started today. I didn't even mention Gage. I think I've covered all the bases there. We have to shut this thing down so everybody can get some sleep, and we can do this once again tomorrow night. Before that, though, a big shout out to our team. On the first base camera, Daniel Boros. Excellent work over there, Daniel. On the high home, Arch Pongle. Some would say Pingle. We say Pongle here in Banana Land. On the third base camera, that would be Emma Bates. Emma, terrific work, my friend. On the center field, Aiden. One name, you know him, you love him. Aiden on a big camera out there in center. On the wireless, Justin Gordon, a BTV legend. Our utility, Hope Peters, miking up folks all over the place. Hope, terrific work here tonight. Our engineer, Clayton Franklin. Mr. Clay Pimp, that is Sir Clay Pimp to you if you happen to be on the other side of the pod. What a catch.
Wow.
What a fumble, and then what a catch.
Great reaction.
Thank you very much. Coordinating producer, Chris Haynes. Hainesy calling the shots here in Nash Vegas. Phenomenal job. Boy, it is really flexing our muscles as a production company here in Bananas Television, putting on 2 shows at the same time. We are blessed to have so many talented folks making it happen. And when it comes to the folks in historic Grayson Stadium directing our broadcast would be Kylie Sadomka. What a superstar she is. There are no words that could possibly do Kylie justice. On the audio, Gwen Giddo. Gwen, that is what I'm talking about. Double G. On the replay, Jackson Hamilton. Jackson, terrific, excellent work tonight. On the graphics, Julia Massey, and on the scorebug, Brian Bailey. Julia and Brian, really dynamite job by the two of you. Josh Talevsky on the color commentary and statistical savantry. Masterclass tonight.
Bika Scala, great to be back with you in First Horizon Park calling this Banana Ball game. Can't wait to keep having more fun these next 2 nights.
Big ol' retweet on that one. A special thank you to Isaac Parra and Zach Phillips for hopping on the mic with us. We'll be getting a lot more guys tomorrow as this thing goes to Game 2. for the executive producers of Bananas Television, Emily, Jesse, and Carrie Cole, as well as El Presidente himself, Mr. Jared Orton. I am Biko Scala saying so long for now. Nanners take this one 4-2 over the Firefighters. The Bananas try to win Nashville tomorrow. The Firefighters try to force a rubber game. We will see you here on the Savannah Bananas YouTube channel. Don't forget, an hour earlier, you can check out the Party Animals and Visitors on the Party Animals YouTube channel. Until we see you on the morrow, we will see you later!
Scooge was rooting it too, and I'll tell you what.